One of the great lessons learned from a practice of meditation is that you begin to understand that things aren't like they seem to be. Things aren't like what you're being sold. Things aren't like what you're being told. And it's very freeing and it's very exciting to learn that life is not as it's being presented to us, and to see it as it really is tremendously empowering. Because when you can sit down and realize, you know what, this is not my circus and these are not my monkeys, that is definitely worth the price of admission, ladies and gentlemen. And if you do want to learn the great powers of meditation and change your life, the best thing to do is go to Sandra D's YouTube channel, Raw Reflections, and then go to her website, and you can talk to her about teaching you to meditate. Very, very powerful. If you want to work with me, go to my website. And I'll tell you, these MYSTECH bracelets make a big difference in your meditative practice. And if you'd like to work with both Sandra and I, you can go to Serpent and Dove, and we'll be very glad to be of service to you. But when you sit on the cushion, as it's called, in meditation, what you're doing is you're sitting there and you're observing and you're watching and you're understanding. And when you sit there and you get to the seat of yourself and you look at the circus that is this world, you realize that's not my circus. Monkeys running everywhere. Those aren't my monkeys. I don't have to be subject to this three-ring, hurry, hurry, step right up existence. I don't have to be subject to these crazy monkeys running around flinging their dung and chattering and knocking everything over. I can step back from that. It's not me. It's not my circus. It's not my monkeys. And that's empowering. It's very empowering when you realize that you don't have to try to be the leader of the circus. You don't have to try to herd cats. You can just let that circus go. But what's even more profound is you can move from the macro world, and you can move step back into your micro world. And where it really gets empowering is when you sit there and you observe, and then you begin to realize when the things that are in your own mind come up: doubt, fear, worry, stress, concern, bills. All of a sudden the light goes off and you're like, wait a second. That's not my circus either. And those aren't my monkeys. Even within your own mind, there are thoughts and circuses and monkeys that are injected by outside sources. And it's so empowering to sit back and say, wait a minute, those aren't my monkeys. This isn't my circus. And then there's thoughts and concerns and fears and things that are presented into your mind by the fact that you're in this mud hut body. And to sit there and say, wow, those aren't my monkeys either. This isn't my circus. And all of a sudden you find yourself sitting in the seat of yourself, and you're like, this is who I am. Peaceful, calm, centered, in charge. If you sit long enough, if you sit consistently enough, and if you sit with enough discipline, and if you've got a good enough teacher, one of these days you're going to realize, and it'll be a day very soon, that you are not in the circus business, and you are not in the monkey business. And sooner rather than later, you'll get to the seat of yourself. There won't be a circus, and there won't be a monkey in sight. You'll be divine. You'll be sovereign. You'll be free, and you'll be fully aware of it and able to live and move in it. And that's what it's like to know that there's no circus and there's no monkeys. Jeffrey Daugherty, New Cosmic Knowledge, back later with more great broadcast excellence. Until then, unindoctrinate yourself.